So I just got back from my quick walk. As you can see, I didn't really go too far. The air quality where I live is pretty bad. I'm from the South Bay here in California. There's a fire in the North Bay, which is about 2 hours away. The fire got so bad. All the smog from the fire is like slowly working its way to the valley, all the way into the South Bay from to the area I live in. I can even smell the smog from over here. So when I was walking, I was like, and I was just trying to like walk and get home as soon as possible. It actually didn't make me panicky. It didn't make me have any anxiety. It's just like, I didn't want to breathe in that bad air that much. So I just like, you know what, I'm just gonna go walk and get home as ASAP. So, same thing with yesterday. It wasn't as bad yesterday as it is today, and I believe tomorrow's gonna be pretty bad too. So I don't know. It's really sucks. From all that hurricane, the earthquakes. Couple of days ago, we had an earthquake. I didn't feel it. It was like a 4.1. But I didn't feel anything. But that's California. We get fire around this time of the year. And then there's earthquakes that you can't predict. Earthquakes come and go. Hurricanes you can't predict. But it's all that stuff. Which I'm surprised it doesn't make me panicky. But I'm still kind of worried. Like, not just for myself, but like or anytime what happens if it comes close to you. So it's like that bad air quality is just like to me it's like a wake up call. I mean, the worst thing that happened to me was back in 1989. I was I was 9 years old. Yeah, I was like 8, turning 9 in a few months from the 1989 earthquake in San Francisco. Back when I used to live in San Francisco, that was my first earthquake. I was at the store, just I remember we just crossed the Bay Bridge not too long, and then we got to the store. That's when it hit us, and then I start looking back at the pictures, like all those people at the Bay Bridge. I'm like, just imagine what was going on through their mind. It was scary. And then that happened in October. Then automatically my mind is like, okay, is there something up with October? Because last year October my anxiety was really bad as well. So I went from May 2016. That's when my anxiety started, but it wasn't really bad until slowly went up in June. July I had 3 or 4 days with no anxiety, no symptom, no sensation for 2 or 3 days, maybe 4 days, and then came back, and then August I went out for that car ride for like 15-20 minutes each way, and then when I came home I was panicky, and then a couple of days later I started eating healthier. Well, when I say healthier, I was eating more fruits, veggies, and stuff like that. When I wanted snacks, I would just eat like a banana or apple or orange or something. I wasn't eating like crackers, chips, stuff like that. No caffeine, nothing with soda, um, nothing like that. So after that, and the second week of August, all the way to late September, the end of summer 2016, my anxiety was really low. There was times that I didn't even think I even had anxiety. I didn't have the symptoms. You can have the panicky, you can feel panicky without the symptoms as much. Sometimes I'll feel panicky, but I won't notice the symptoms of the dizziness and stuff like that because I'm so panicky. I don't know what's going on. How I can feel the symptoms and not panic. It just depending on what's worse for me. Sometimes I get so dizzy that I can feel panicky, and then automatically my brain switches to feeling panicky, you know, stuff like that. But and then uh, after September 2016, the last week of September, that's when I noticed my anxiety spiked back up in October, you know, and then it got really bad mid to late October, like how it is right now. I can feel like when I wake up now, I feel that I feel sick. Like I don't know how many of you guys feel sick out of nowhere, and then it goes away, and then it comes and it goes. You know, like when I say sick, it's like feel like you got flu, fever, upset stomach. You feel like all of that all at once, and then it just goes away and then comes back. You know, like last night when I went to the kitchen get a drink of water, out of nowhere I just felt completely sick. I just felt like my body was gonna give up on me, and I just stood there like I was confused. I had I kind of had the urge to quickly get back into my room, but I was going back to my room, but I just walked. I mean, I didn't want to run because I know if I ran from that point on, I'm gonna start freaking out. So I just like step my foot onto the ground, like just stop my foot and just like walk slowly, even though I had the urge to run, but I just walked. When I got to my room, I was like, whoa, what was that feeling, you know? But also, someone that I used to talk to, not in person but online, I about anxiety. Um, Last year and part of this year, when I started having anxiety, I was like searching on Instagram and stuff, and then she DM me. She told me that she had the same symptoms, like the dizziness and stuff. So she started talking to me. I haven't talked to her for a while, and then last yesterday, okay, I know this might sound kind of strange, but I was watching TV. I was watching the weather, like you know, they were talking about the fire in the North Bay, and then it was like it was a guy's voice that was like the reporter, and then out of nowhere, I heard the lady's, a female voice say, "Hey," and then I was like, "Who was that?" I know it wasn't my girlfriend, it wasn't my daughter, it wasn't anything like that. It was sounded like someone was just like whispering in my ear and just trying to like not whispering like but just say hey out of nowhere. I looked around, I was like, okay, that does not sound like anyone I know. You know, it doesn't sound like the neighbor or anything like that. So then out of nowhere I just went onto Instagram and then start searching like pages like you know that person that I used to talk to, and then I looked at her last post, and then I saw the comments on from some of her personal friends. Keep in mind, I don't know her personally because she lives in the East Bay somewhere. I mean, in the East Coast. I'm from the West Coast, and then I heard I look at the comments, and a lot of her friends say like I miss you. Can't believe you're gone. Rest in peace. And I'm like, so like she passed away, you know. So and then that same night, which last night, I was dreaming about I dreamed I went to someone's funeral. It wasn't hers, but was a male, and then I was like, "What's going on?" You know. And then I woke up. I felt completely sick. When I woke up, I was like, I wasn't feeling right. You know. I was like, "Well, what is this about?" You know. I mean, I did went to sleep a little bit later last night. Well, maybe um towards 2 a.m. But I slept all the way to I don't know 7 something. Woke up, just stayed in my bed and just thought about it, like that person. Even though I didn't know her, but I was like, man, what's going on, you know? And then with this fire stuff, and then her and the weather, like this year in California, we might start getting like heavy rain, wind, and stuff like that. And if you're from California, you know we haven't had that much rain. Last year it was pretty bad. I mean, you know, I was having anxiety, so I didn't really go outside. But when I was watching the news, I was all I heard was flooding, stuff like that, and then it just made me like, well, think about it, So there's all that stuff, and then your anxiety. I was like, I know I shouldn't be watching news, but so I went online, ordered some power banks for my family. Your power banks like charge our cell phone just in case there's no power. Um, Gonna order like solar lights, motion lights, so for outside. So if there's no power, at least there's lights lighting up the house from the outside, because you never know. I live in a quiet neighborhood. Um, Even though I live in a quiet neighborhood, my car was broken into once years ago, and so you never know. But also I've been having some of my symptoms been coming back. Randomly, I'll start getting like this woody, strange sensation all over my body. If I had like my hand, sometimes my hand starts feeling weak or heavy out of nowhere. Automatically think I'm gonna have a stroke. Anything with my head, automatically think I have a brain tumor. Um, Chest pain, anything with my heart, chest, or heart attack. But I'll think about it for like a minute or two, and then my mind just like goes off and it's like nothing happened. I'm like, yeah, nothing happened. So, so a lot of time I'll just remind myself, if I felt that a lot of time, nothing happened. Just tell my mind, hey, once you feel that, leave it alone. It will just go away. Because if something was gonna happen, something would have had happened those hundreds of times that I felt that way. But other than that, I'm about to eat my dinner.